Oh my gosh, I can't sleep. The anticipation is killing me.
The anticipation? You wouldn't be talking about the annual Turner Cultureville competition now, would you, my lady?
What else? How does one expect the princess to sleep, knowing that tomorrow will be the very day I meet my prince? The man I will marry and spend the rest of my life with. It's a big deal, you know.
Most girls are quite excited to meet their prince, my lady, but you seem concerned. What's troubling you?
Well, what if I'm not as lucky as Mom was? And I don't like the winner of Cultureville. I want to marry for love just like Mother and Father did. I want my fairy tale, my happy ending.
And you will have it. Things will work out for you, my dear.
But how do you know?
Love always finds a way, like it did for your parents. Now, please rest. You need your beauty sleep.
But I can't rest. Maybe you can tell me the story of how Mom and Dad got married, and that might help restore my faith in love. Or at least put my mind at rest for a bit.
But it's past your bedtime, princess.
Please, Elvira, please! See, I'm even making my puppy dog face.
Very well. You know I can't resist that adorable puppy dog face. Fine. I suppose I can tell you their story for bedtime. But first, close your eyes. All rise for King Turner and Queen Fenton of Cultureville.
Welcome, citizens of Cultureville, to the annual competition of Dancing with the Royals. The world's finest princes will compete for the hand of my daughter, your Princess Annabelle, in marriage. The tradition started almost a century ago when my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather proposed and won my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother's heart through a dance performance.
We would like to give a warm welcome to the neighboring kingdoms that have arrived to participate in the competition. Presenting Princess Annabelle of Cultureville. From the North American Kingdom, please welcome North American Prince and North American Queen. From the South Asian Kingdom, please welcome Rani and Maharaja Gurkha. From the West Indies, a huge round of applause, please, for the Queen and Prince. From the European Kingdom, please welcome Prince Kapil and Queen Camilla. Here comes the African and Middle Eastern royalty. And last but certainly not least, the Empress of the Pacific Rim. The competition will begin with each kingdom's introduction act. So what are we waiting for? Let the games begin, and may the beat be ever in your favor.
But Dad wasn't a part of any kingdoms, now was he? He was a commoner, a servant in the castle.
Yes, he was. He used to sweep the floors of your mother's bedroom, and that is how the two fell in love. You know, I was also your mother's maid.
Really? Gosh, you're that old?
Hey!
Sorry, tell me more.
The kingdoms that came to ask for your mother's hand in marriage were divine. Broadway will surely steal your heart. Gurkha will leave you speechless.
Oh, please, wait until you see belly dancing.
But also very competitive.
What wonderful opening acts for us.
Amateurs, the whole lot of you. No one is as elegant as us.
No doubt, they were all talented.
Geez, these kingdoms were so hostile towards each other. Weren't Mom and Dad totally freaking out about this competition?
Well, yes, of course.
Will, what are we gonna do? My father wants to marry me off to the winner, but I wish to marry you. You have to participate in this competition and win my hand in marriage.
Love? I'm nothing but a servant. A servant can't partake in dancing with the royals. Your father will never approve.
Well, then there's only one thing left to do. We must run away together. Like Romeo and Juliet. OMG, it'll be totally romantic.
Babe, they both killed themselves at the end. I'd rather not end up dead, thanks.
But we can't just do nothing. I refuse to marry anyone but you.
I know. I love you, Annabelle. We'll figure this out. But for now, we can't be seen together. It's too risky with so many royals at the castle. We must only communicate through letters now. I will give them to Louis and he can deliver them back and forth between us. I trust him.
You're right, my love. We must be careful.
And Grandpa knew nothing?
No, he suspected nothing as of yet. The festivities of competition just continued, and the quarrel between the competing kingdoms did too.
Hey, Louis, my man. So, I have a favor to ask.
Sure, anything for my bro.
I need you to carry letters between Annabelle and me.
Annabelle, like the princess?
Yeah, Annabelle, like the princess.
Letters like love letters?
Maybe.
Damn, way to go, Will? Wait, what if I get caught?
You won't. Please, Louis. I can't trust anyone else.
You really love her, don't you?
I really do.
But you so own me.
So how exactly did Grandpa find out?
Let's just say Louis wasn't exactly reliable. He was a bit clumsy and an awful liar.
Thank you so much for doing this, Louis. If my father ever found out, it would be like the end of the world. And not like the lies in the movie 2012. It would be like the rise of the planet of the apes.
Did you just call your father an ape? Actually, never mind. And you're welcome.
What is that?
Your Majesty, it's a letter.
We can see that, you fool, but who would a servant be writing a letter to? And it doesn't look like a cheap envelope either. You can't afford that with your salary.
Exactly. See, this is an example for one of the reasons you should pay us more, Your Majesty. I only borrowed it from the princess so I can use it in my proposal for a higher minimum wage. You see, my sister's getting married soon, and
The princess gave this to you? That doesn't sound right. Open this letter right away. What disgrace! I will not tolerate this behavior. Summon Princess Annabelle and this servant boy now!
So Grandpa read the letters?
That he did. He was infuriated. But he didn't want to embarrass Cultureville in front of the royals, so he let the festivities continue and dealt with the issue in private.
Annabelle, what is this letter about? Are you in love with this filthy servant boy?
Yes, Father, but he's not a filthy servant boy. He's a kind and honest man. He's my everything.
No, never say that about anyone, not even your father and I. And this poor excuse for a boy will never be worthy of your love.
You are simply blinded by youth. You will marry one of the princes here. It is a family tradition, and it will not be broken by your foolishness.
But Father...
So you love my daughter?
Yes, my lord.
I know your type. This is your plan to earn fame and fortune without any of the hard work. You are nothing but a lazy piece of filth in my kingdom.
I do not care for any fortune. I only wish for your daughter.
Lies! This is just a trap. I know it is. You've been scheming to trap my daughter into your love, only so you could one day steal all her fortune and run away like the coward that you are. I do not wish for this news to lead to my guests, so your execution will be delayed until after Cultureville's competition.
No, Father, you can't do that!
You, young lady, keep your voice low. You will also be locked in your room until this competition is over. I will not be humiliated by you.
Mother, Father, you can't do this. Please, I love him.
It is a family tradition, sweetheart. We cannot dishonor it. And your father is right. He's a servant boy. He can never be the future king.
How terrible.
Indeed, Rosie. It even got worse.
Announcer, your job. This in no way stops the competition.
Yes, of course. Let the festivities continue.
So mother is locked in her room, father is locked in prison. What happened then?
It's getting late. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Of course!
Alright, well, the festivities continued for one, and so did the bitterness between the invited kingdoms. The princess hadn't seen the princess in days, and they were getting suspicious and started asking questions.
You are all so phenomenal. How will our daughter ever choose?
I appreciate the thought, but we all know she will choose me. I'm the most handsome and best dancer the world has ever seen. I have that killer Hollywood smile that will have Anna swooning at the sight of it. My North American charm will make her mine. She won't be able to resist.
Actually, I think your arrogance will do the resisting for you. She needs a man. A European man. Not a child. Although Cultureville is a beautiful kingdom, Annabelle belongs in Europe with me. I will serenade her day and night with poetry I studied in Paris. We will dance under the moonlight in Rome. She will have it all, Your Majesty.
Get out of here, hero. You may know your stuff when it comes to books and poetry, but women, now that is my favorite profession.
Will you all shut up? You're embarrassing the rest of us in front of the king and queen.
No. A little competition never hurts anyone. I'm sure the princess will greatly appreciate how eager you all are to win her hand in marriage.
Actually, Your Highness, speaking of your daughter, we haven't seen Princess Annabelle in days.
According to my calculations, it's been 22 hours exactly since the princess made an appearance. Where is she? Is something wrong? Is she feeling unwell?
No. Nothing like that.
Then what is the reason for her absence, if I dare ask?
Is she even watching us? No offense, but we're not working this hard to impress you, Your Majesty.
Of course. We'll call her at once. But in the meanwhile, please continue.
Something is up for sure.
I agree, there is something wrong.
Princess Annabelle, are you alright?
Yes, I can't do this anymore.
Do what?
You're all so sweet, but I'm in love with someone already. Alas, we cannot be, and I'll have to marry one of you.
You're in love with someone else? But whom?
Will, he's a servant here.
Can't you stand up to your father? I think we would all agree that we would not want to marry you if you would be happier with someone else.
I've tried. My father thinks that Will simply wants to be king without working for it. He's locked him away and plans to execute him. But we truly do love each other.
Annabelle!
I must run. Will's locked in the tower. Thank you for your kindness.
Man, I remember when I thought I loved a servant girl. It was amazing. Forbidden love. There's nothing like it.
You thought you loved a servant girl, and you say I have problems.
I know one thing for sure. I do not want to marry someone who is in love with another. That's just not worth it.
You're right, that's no way to live. Life without love is meaningless. You know, I think we should help unite the two lovers.
Well, what if we release Will from his cage and help the two run away together?
Nah, the king will find him easily, and a life spent running is no way to live happily either. We need a servant boy, Will, to earn the king's respect. That is the only way the two can be together.
But how do we do that?
Well, this is a competition to win the princess's hand in marriage, is it not? What if we release Will and teach him how to dance, so he can prove to the king that he truly deserves Annabelle?
This could work. But we all need to work together. To release him from his cage, we need to distract the guards first.
Well, I think I can help with that. Hey, Leo!
So here's what we're gonna do.
And so did Skit. The princess spoke to the queens, and they too were hopeless romantics. They all worked together to distract the king and queen and to get your parents together. Patience, no one. See, the princess made quite a team.
Mission free, present boy is a go. Let's do this, boys.
All this was going on while the competition still continued?
Yes, we couldn't let the king think something was up.
So that's how Dad learned how to dance.
Yes, exactly.
I think you're finally ready. Just remember, who are you doing this for?
Thanks. You all aren't as bad as I thought you'd be. I'll see you all soon then.
Obviously impressed Grandpa.
That he did.
Thank you all for coming out. Annabelle, who have you chosen? What is going on? What is he doing here? I was going to save your execution for later, but you have given me no choice. Gods!
Father, wait!
We will not marry your daughter, Your Highness. She's in love with Will.
Hi.
I refuse to let my royal blood marry this talentless creature.
Then I think he'll surprise you. Hit it.
You are the best choice for my daughter.
And then you came not too long after. Ever since then, anyone who wants to participate for the princess's hand in marriage has been allowed to, not just royalty.
Aw, that was adorable. But God, will Mom and Dad choose you or what? I want my prince to be more of a bad boy. Ooh, maybe even with a leather jacket. Gosh, this is all so exciting.
Okay now, princess. Save some excitement for tomorrow. Go to sleep now. Sweet dreams, princess.